Hello and welcome to our channel. Here, we delve into a world of fascinating stories, immersive adventures, and engaging tutorials on art, science, and life skills. Our aim in creating this channel is to provide content that everyone can benefit from in any field and shape their best selves. So, stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, and share your feedback on our content. Also, hit the notification bell for our latest videos to stay updated on our new releases. Once upon a time, there lived a wealthy merchant in the ancient days, who owned abundant riches and several rural estates. He was also engaged in raising various animals in the same region. One day, the merchant took his wife and children to one of his properties to attend to his daily affairs there. The Almighty had bestowed upon this man the ability to understand the language of animals, on the condition that he would not disclose the secret to anyone, and if he did, death would surely befall him. Out of fear of death, the merchant never spoke a word about this matter to anyone and kept the secret to himself. Besides his abundant wealth, this man also kept an ass and a cow, both of which he housed together in a stable. One day, as he sat near the stable while his children played around, he overheard the cow saying to the ass, "You are such a fortunate creature. Our master doesn't demand much work from you, and you live a comfortable life. Despite having little to do and only being ridden occasionally, he still cares for you. He tends to you every day, washes you, and provides clean water, fresh wheat, barley, and fodder for you. Your main task is to occasionally carry our master on short trips. If it weren't for that, you'd have nothing to do except eat and sleep. But alas, my fate is still dark and uncertain, as our master comes to me. He puts the iron yoke on my neck and puts me to work in the field until sunset. I'm forced to plow the land so intensely that sometimes I lose all my strength from exhaustion." The wealthy merchant stood behind the donkey, always ready to whip him if he showed any signs of slacking. "Due to the pulling of the iron yoke, my tail is injured and worn out, and only after sunset, when I return from the field, he gives me a handful of dry straw, untouched and unclean, full of sand and dust, as well as other harmful substances as fodder. This forces me to eat it out of hunger and weakness, causing me even more distress. When I fill my stomach with such worthless and inferior food, I must lie down in the stable until morning. With this situation, I notice that I have the right to envy your condition and wish to be in your place." The donkey did not interrupt the cow's speech and patiently waited for her to finish speaking. But as soon as the cow finished talking, the donkey said, "Indeed, what the cow said is true. You are an ignorant creature, fundamentally devoid of understanding, and a simple-minded being. You let them take you wherever they want in the desert without showing any will of your own. What results have come from enduring all this humiliation and obedience? Why do you endure so much hardship for the comfort and satisfaction of others without them showing any appreciation for you? If your courage matched your physical strength, they wouldn't treat you like this. Why don't you resist when they try to tie you to the stable? Why don't you strike them with your horns to show them that you are not satisfied and are angry? Why don't you pound your hooves on the ground and, in short, why don't you scare them with your loud roar? Nature has given you a good defense mechanism, those sharp horns of yours, but you don't use them. God has given you these things so that others will respect you when they see them and preserve your dignity. I advise you, when undesirable and inappropriate food is placed in front of you, refrain from eating it and just smell it, but don't eat it and let it stay there. If you listen to me, your situation will soon change, and then you will appreciate my words." The cow listened carefully to the donkey's advice and felt that she owed him gratitude. Then the cow spoke up and said to the donkey with joy and happiness, "Rest assured, I will do as you said, and you will see how I will present it and with what order I will execute it." With these words, both animals found peace of mind and calmness. However, the wealthy man had overheard the entire conversation between the two. The next morning, the merchant, as usual, went to the stable to fetch the cow, but the cow, not forgetting the donkey's words, began to disobey. She spent the whole day and night with herself, refusing to let the merchant tie her up when he brought her to the stable for rest. Contrary to her usual behavior, the cow resisted and shouted loudly, taking on such a wild demeanor that the merchant thought she was about to attack him with her powerful horns, lift him up into the air, and then slam him forcefully to the ground. In short, she executed everything the donkey had taught her one by one. The next day, when the merchant went to the stable to take the cow to the field, he was surprised to see that the cow had not touched her fodder and the stable was piled with dry straw and hay, and the cow herself was lying on the ground, breathing heavily and strangely. The merchant thought that the cow had fallen ill and felt sorry for her. He caressed her a little and went to the master to inform him of the situation. The wealthy merchant, who had heard the conversation between the donkey and the cow, thought that the cow wanted to take revenge on him based on the donkey's advice. He ordered the donkey to be taken to the field instead of the cow to plow the land. He also instructed that the land should be thoroughly plowed deep into the ground. The merchant placed the iron yoke on the donkey instead of the cow and took her to the field. Just as the master had ordered, he forced her to plow the land deeply and tirelessly without any break until sunset, creating deep furrows in the earth. The donkey, who was not accustomed to such work, became tired and exhausted, and when evening came, she had lost all her strength. In contrast, the cow was very pleased and content, eating all her fodder and spending the whole day resting in the stable. The cow couldn't contain her joy and admiration for the donkey within herself, praising her thousands of times for showing her such a way. When the donkey returned from the field, the cow thanked her. The donkey, tired and dissatisfied, said to herself, "I brought this misfortune and great calamity upon myself. I made a mistake by showing such a way to the cow. I had a good life, I was happy, and I spent my life peacefully. I brought this misery and suffering upon myself, and if I don't think of a way to free myself from this great trouble, there is no doubt that I will perish, and nothing will remain of me." The donkey said this and, tired and exhausted from the hard and laborious work of the day, fell to the ground like a half-dead animal. When the Prime Minister arrived here, he turned to his daughter Shahrazad and said, "My daughter, you will do the same thing as the donkey did with yourself. With the baseless trust you have in yourself, you will put your life in danger. Accept your father's advice and refrain from this action that will endanger your life." Shahrazad said, "Father, the story you criticized for me will not change my decision. I will be so patient to gain your satisfaction that." The Grand Vizier, upon seeing the humility of his daughter, remarked, "Your insolence is such that it compels me to adopt the same behavior towards you as that wealthy merchant did with his wife. Now, I will tell you a tale." This story continues, so please follow us and hit the bell icon to stay informed about our upcoming videos. Also, feel free to share your comments with me. Thank you.